Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Houston Home Show 2024 Exhibitor webinar. This webinar is intended for exhibitors of the show to help you prepare for the show, have a successful show, know what to do and what not to do to make the show as successful as possible for you. To start, I am Dave Mon. I'm the show manager, so I'm the guy at the bottom of your screen. And then on this call is Lucy Ferguson, our show coordinator, and then Paul Grazda, who is the exhibit sales consultant and probably sold you your booth space. He is also part of the show team, but he's actually not on this call. He's got important things to do. We want to thank our sponsors and partners in this show. And you can see the logos listed for each of our sponsors and partners. There is still time to get involved and be a sponsor or partner in this show. As you can see, the online ticket sponsorship has been taken. There are aisle sponsorships that are still available. Only 3 of the aisles are still left. We only allow 1 aisle sponsor per aisle, and there's only 3 of them left. So if you want one of those, you're going to want to reach out to us right away to get that booked. There's also a couple new opportunities in this show. We have a parking sponsor. So if you want to sponsor the parking at the event, and that way people would get a discount into the parking lot to attend the show, compliments of your company. Please reach out to me and I'd be happy to talk with you about that. Another one that we're looking to try is Free Ticket Friday. So anyone who comes to the show on Friday would get into the show free, compliments of your company. And so if either of those are of interest to you, please reach out. I can get you more details. There's also the stage sponsorship, which is still available, and official product sponsorships that are still available. So a bunch of opportunities still out there. Keep in mind, this can be a great way to stand out from your competition. If, let's say, you're in a certain category where there's 8 different companies that are in the show in that same category, being one of the sponsors can be a great way to stand out from your competition. Today's agenda. So we're going to talk about the show and what's going on, what's different with this show from the past. We're also going to talk about what you should do before the show, what you should do during move-in, during the show, and then after the show. This year, we've got several things that we want to highlight. And the first one is HGTV's Egypt Sherrod. She has a really popular show on HGTV right now with her husband, Married to Real Estate. And on that show, they sell and fix up real estate and then sell it. And it's been very popular. She's going to be at the show on Friday and Saturday. We're also doing a poolside paradise where we've got a pool that's being brought into the show, landscaping around it, and we're planning to have a beer garden in that same area and having some music as well. And then we will have an adoptable pet showcase where we're going to have pets available for adoption. That's always a popular thing at any of our shows. And this year we're doing something new that we're really excited about. We're doing a game show every day from the Fresh Ideas stage. And the game show is going to be similar to The Price is Right. So our media partners are going to help us get contestants that will qualify to participate in the game show each day. And basically the people will have an opportunity to guess at the cost of any particular service or product from one of our exhibitors. So let's say we did a landscaping feature and we would give some examples of what would need to be done to that particular landscape in order, and one of our exhibitors who participates in this would be highlighted. And at the end, the person would have to guess at the cost, what they expect it would cost to do that. And if they are within a certain range, they qualify to move on to the final round. And in the final round, we are accumulating prizes from exhibitors to be able to give to them if they win that final round. And we've got about 15 companies who have already signed up to participate, exhibitors in the show, and we're looking for more. So if you have something that you want to contribute as a prize, and something that we can highlight, and we would highlight you and your company during this game show, please reach out to me. Show over. I think it's you now, Lucy, isn't it?
It is my turn. Yeah. So, I mean, I know game shows are exciting, but so are ticket prices and the show hours. Anyone online can buy their ticket ahead of time until the Friday of the show for $8 as well. And if you have any kiddos 16 and under, they are free. We
So
are
Lucy,
open 11. Oh, sorry.
You cut out there for a second. You want to just review that one more time?
No problem. All right. Gotta love Wi-Fi. So standard prices for the tickets are $10 for an adult. At the box office, seniors can get them for $8. Anyone can go online and get a discounted $8 ticket. That discount is active until the Friday the show opens, and then your kids 16 and under are free. For the hours, or hours.
Sorry, I got a little anxious there.
Right. I mean, there's so much good stuff to cover. I understand. So hours, last year we did start closing at 7 p.m. So we are continuing that. So if you're not quite used to that time, just make note, especially on Friday. Instead of opening at 12, we open at 11 a.m. So if you're someone who moves in Friday morning, be aware we open at 11 a.m. and go to 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Saturday as well, and then close at 6 p.m. on Sunday. And then we do put a lot into marketing, about $157,000. We do digital, radio, TV, billboards, and then in addition to with that digital, it's YouTube ads, it's on social media, just a lot of different campaigns going on. Hopefully you'll see some billboards coming up in the next couple of weeks, as well as all our other TV and radio ads. All right, so you're an exhibitor, you booked the show. What do you need to do before? You definitely want to access the exhibitor kit. That is the single most helpful thing you can do to yourself, or do for yourself, I should say. You can always find it. There's the website right there. But usually what's a bit quicker, if you just go to literally any page on the show's website and go all the way to the bottom, you will always have an option to click on the exhibitor kit. So just show website, go to the bottom, click on the exhibitor kit tab. And it's a really nice resource just to continue on this. It's gonna include everything we go over and a bit more on that kit page. And if you have any questions, we do encourage you to check that first. You'll usually find the answer a bit quicker. It has a lot of resources on it. All right, so also sending out your complimentary tickets. Every exhibitor does get 20 free complimentary tickets. They did just go out yesterday, January 4th. These are for your friends, family, customers, whoever you'd like to invite to see the show. The email, it does come from that no reply email. It can get sent to spam. So if you're not seeing them and you booked before January 4th, check your spam folder. And if you still can't find them, just let me know. Send me an email. We'll get them resent. To send them out, there's a click here in that email. Once you click here, it's going to take you to this page, and this is your distributor portal. It's nice and easy. On the right, you can kind of track what you've sent out so far and who's fulfilled them. Fulfilled means they were downloaded on the website. Redeemed means they were scanned at the show. To invite anybody, all you have to click on is invite a contact. And it's going to take you to this next page. And this is your little portal to send them out. Really easy. You just select how many you'd like to send. So 2, 3, however many you are. You just put in a name and email and then send them out. And then that your client, customer, whoever will get the email to download their ticket. And if you are doing any type of food sampling, so if you are selling, sampling, even if you're a water filter company and you're sampling water, you do need to fill out a form. That form can be found on the exhibitor kit. You must get approval from us, the show management, and also the NRG Center as well, if you're doing anything with food. Now, if you're passing out just little bite-sized candy bars or something you'd pass out on Halloween, that's all good. But yeah, anything else that is being sampled or consumed on site, you do have to get approval first. And ordering your services. So for if you need anything like electricity, utilities, gas, water, internet, you order that through the facility, Energy Park. They do have an advanced price deadline at January 19th. So if you order it ahead of time, you do get it a bit cheaper. Same for gyms. There are show decorator. If you're going to order carpet, booth furnishings, even labor, extra labor to set up your booth or dismantle it, forklift services, their advanced price discount deadline is January 10th. And you can, of course, order them after that, but you will pay an increased rate. Okay, so every single exhibitor also gets an exhibitor listing on our website. After you sign your contract, 2 things happen. Your basic listing will go live on the show website. And then also within 24 hours, you'll get an email, just an automated email offering it to enhance your listing. And it'll have a link you can click in there. That link can be used repeatedly until Friday, February 2nd, the day the show opens. Now, some of you probably booked a very long time ago and may not be able to find that email. If you'd like to enhance your listing and can't find that email, just let me know. And then it is really important to enhance your listing. So on the right, that's your basic listing. That's what everybody automatically gets. It just says the company name, your booth number, and a link to your website. On the left, it is clearly much nicer. We really encourage everyone to do this. You can add your logo. You can add descriptions. You can add show specials, which is great because then you appear in other places on the show website as well. And this is all completely free and it makes you look a lot more professional. And we do have something new for you guys. We are doing a QR code, and this is a floor decal that will go in front of everyone's booth. And what this is attendees will be able to scan the QR code and save your company's information for later. And what we'll do is we'll send you your leads that you generate after the show. And as far as what information they'll be able to see, you can actually scan that QR code on your screen, just see for an example. And if you've enhanced your listing, the information you've put on that enhanced listing will get mirrored onto your QR code. So if you do your enhanced listing, you've updated your QR code as well. All right, I'm on a roll. So what comes with your booth? Your booth comes with obviously your booked space. If you booked a 10 by 10, 10 by 20, everyone will get a 8-foot pipe and drape curtain behind them, and then 3-foot curtains on either side. If you've ordered a corner, If you have a corner booth, you won't have the 3-foot pipe and drape on the corner side. Electric, tables, chairs, water, flooring are not included in your booth space. And one thing to note is for anyone in a booth smaller than a 20 by 20, you do have an 8-foot height restriction. So basically, if you don't go above that 8-foot curtain behind you, you're set. But that pipe and drape behind you is your height limit. All right. So for move-in, before you move in, please check the move-in map. It is, of course, on the exhibitor kit. The blue section on the bottom side, that is our Wednesday move-in crowd, because the loading dock door is on the top side of this map. It's on the north side of the building. So the further you are from the loading dock door, the sooner we want you moved in. If you'd like to drive up to your booth, you'll be able to do so if you come on your move-in day. And then that green section, basically on the other half of the main aisle, your drive-in day is Thursday. All right, so you're at the NRG and you need to know where to park. Parking is going to be free on move-in days. That's Wednesday and Thursday. Like I said, if it's your day to move in, you will be able to drive into the building through the loading dock, which is connected to the tan lot on the north side of the building. We are in Exhibit Hall A, so you're going to be going through, the loading dock doors are labeled, so it'll be, I think, like A-2. Or if you don't want to drive into the building, you can still use the loading dock ramp to wheel things in. You're also more than welcome to use the orange lot if you'd prefer to come in just through the main entrance of the building. You'll want to use orange lots 8 or 10. And the layout. So once you're in the building, this is the lay of the land. The most important things to note are the show office desk. That's the red thing in the kind of the bottom. We will be manning that all throughout move-in and all throughout the show. And then also, if you've ordered electrical or anything from the show decorator gyms, they will have some desks set up as well. Their desks are the orange one in the top right. If you need to check on an order or if you still need to make your order, that is where you'll do that. All right. So once you're doing your move-in, at some point you're going to want to stop by that show office desk to pick up your exhibitor badges. You will need these to access the show floor starting on Friday. You won't be able to, we'll have security at both the tan lot entrance and the orange lot entrance to check for badges or tickets, so you will have to have your badge. You can pick up all your badges at once, or if you have people coming in throughout the weekend, you can leave them at the show desk for them to pick up later. The amount of badges you get does depend on your booth size. So if you're in a smaller booth, 100 to 300 square feet, you get 5. Anything larger than 400, you can get 10. And if anyone has lost their badge, please don't use a comp ticket for them to get into the show. It will skew our attendance numbers. Please just go to the show desk and ask for another badge. Okay. Ordering exhibitor services on site. So if you were not able to take advantage of the pre-ordering for services, you can still do so at the site, on the show site. You'll go to that desk that was marked in orange a few slides ago. You'll be able to make your order there. It will be for a slightly higher price. Their desk is always set up on that east wall, and you will have to go to their desk to order. If you go to the show office desk, we won't be able to make that order for you. You'll have to go to them. Okay.
Getting tired yet?
And I am, I'm powering through. Everyone's probably pretty sick of this voice, but don't worry, my dulcet tones are only for 2 more slides, guys. You got this. On-site storage. So we will have some storage available for exhibitors for the parts of the hall that are not in use for the show floor. You're welcome to use as storage. Just put anything along the walls, just so long as you're not blocking any doors, including the air wall doors that are separating the exhibit halls. And make sure to label everything. So label everything with your company name and do not throw away. And we do want to say any items left on site are done so at your own risk. There is security 24/7, but we just want to make that known. All right, last slide, guys. So electrical fires, please don't do them. If you've ordered electricity, Just make sure any cords you are using, you're using one a surge protector. Any plugs have grounds. The grounds are just that third little prong. And know what you're powering. Know the power supply for what you're using. So don't plug like a super powerful TV into a little 2-prong outlet. And then no daisy chaining. Daisy chaining is when you connect like multiple power cords to make a longer cord. That is a huge fire hazard, and it will make the fire marshal sad and also not let us open the show. All right, Dave, take it over.
All right,
Oh, that was
Lucy,
a
I'm
lot.
going to let you take a break because you just went through a gauntlet of slides.
I'm
Uh,
exhausted.
I can tell. Okay, so we want to help you to have a successful show, and there's a few recommendations, some things that we want to point out. These are to-dos for the show. So you are required to have floor covering. Now, we carpet our shows and we spend a lot of money to provide that carpet, and it makes a huge difference in the look of the show. We ask the same from you. It's not just us wanting it to look better, but it also reflects on you as a company. If you have flooring in your booth space and not just the concrete, it makes a big difference. We ask you to stay within your contracted space. Do not go into the aisles to talk to people. Stay within your contracted space. Have professional skirted tables on all four sides. You can see the diagram there to demonstrate what it should look like. And we ask you have all professionally made signs, no handmade signs. And please have someone staff your booth during the show hours. There always needs to be someone there in your booth space ready to talk to customers that come through during the show. So being a successful exhibitor, there's a few tips that we want to give, and that is, one, booth location matters. It matters where you are in the show. You'll see that those companies who have done the show for years understand that, and they try to book their space early in order to be able to choose where they want to be. As you probably know, we sell booth spaces on a first come, first served basis. So whoever books first gets the opportunity to book their location. The next is be approachable in your booth space. If you look like you don't want to be talking to people and you're not happy to be there, people are going to feel that and probably not want to come and talk to you. Display and focus on what you want to sell. So many companies do a lot of things and they sell a lot of products and services, and it can get overwhelming for the consumer. If you highlight the thing that you really want to sell and identify what it is that makes you the most money and focus on that, you're going to have much more success. People want a consultant, not a salesperson. They don't want to feel like they're being sold to. Instead, they want to feel like they're consulting with someone, that they're getting advice and help from someone. Ask questions and listen to what potential customers are saying. It always drives me crazy when someone tries to sell to me and they have a prepared pitch that they want to give me, and they don't ask any questions or understand me as a prospect at all before talking to them. Have a goal and measure your success. Know what you want out of the show and measure that success. And then lastly, follow up. It's always terrible when I get contacted after the show by people who attended the show, who talked to an exhibitor and then never had any follow-up. They can't get a hold of them, and it always makes me wonder why. So make sure you follow up and fulfill the request from that customer. Here's an example of a booth space that we want to highlight that looks really good. It's not in a Houston show, it's in another market, but we wanted to highlight it to point out a few different things. One, display is professionally done and makes it obvious as to what your company does. So if you look at that one, they do home exteriors, and you can see it in what it says homes exterior in the signage. That's the examples that they have in their signage. It's listed in multiple places. The company name is right there in that first one. It's a little bit small maybe to see it on this, but when you're at that show and looking at it, you know exactly what the company name is. And then look at their flooring. Their flooring covers their entire space. It looks great, and that is a clean booth space. The other thing I want to highlight is you can invite someone into that space. It's not so full of things that they have to stand in the aisle in order to talk to them. Instead, people can actually enter the booth space. So that also makes a big difference. Just think about it this way. If you go to visit a friend, if they invite you into the home or leave you out on the porch to talk to them, how much more comfortable is it to invite the person in? Parking. So exhibitor parking, you can park in the tan lot and buy a weekend pass. The weekend pass is $72, and that provides you in and out privileges, so you can come in and out. You can also buy a pass for $24, but the $24 one is just one time. Actually, I guess it's $72 and then $24. It works out to $24 a day. Attendee parking is in the orange lot, and the orange lots are 8 and 10, and they're the ones closest to Hall A, which is the hall we're in. It's $22 a day, and that's no in and out privileges. So if you were to buy one of those every day, you can't come in and out. You can use this lot, but just keep that in mind that you would have to pay $22 if you leave and come back every single time. They do not accept cash any longer. Parking is not something we control. We have no control over the parking, which is frustrating. But it's completely maintained by the facility. We want to highlight an opportunity to save on parking, and that is riding the Metro Rail. Now, if you're not familiar, the Metro Rail runs along Fannin, and you can park at 1604 West Belfort Boulevard, pay $3, and there is one stop from there to the NRG, and it puts you right by Hall A. It is literally 200 steps from the exit of the Metro Rail to the front doors of Hall A. So it's a great alternative. The fare is only $1.25 each way. So if you think about that, you could basically park for $5 and ride that total for the day instead of paying what you would pay at the parking. But it's up to you. If that's something you might be interested in, it's certainly an option. The trains run every 6 to 12 minutes. We've done it. We've tested it a couple times, and it was quick. It was quicker than to go and park and then walk into the building. It was quicker to park there and then ride that over. Move out information. So vehicles will not be allowed to drive up to the booth space until about 8 p.m. We have to have the aisle carpet raised. Up until that point, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., you can hand carry things until we get all that carpet out of the way. And then after that, you can drive up to your booth space. Move out also extends through noon on Monday, but everything has to be out of the facility by noon on Monday. Another show runs right after us, and so they start to set up. So everything has to be out by noon Monday. And please do not start breaking down your booth space until 6 p.m. on Sunday. It's a major issue for us if people are still walking the show floor and exhibitors are breaking down their booth space and carrying things out. So please do not break down your booth space until 6 p.m. on Sunday. We want to just throw out this warning. There are a lot of scams, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with it in your own businesses, in your personal life. There are a lot of scams even associated with home shows. There are people who will send you emails that say you can buy the attendee list for the show, and there'll be a lot of different scams like that. Please do not give them your money. It is a scam. We do not sell that information. So please be aware of that, and please don't fall victim to one of those scams. And finally, there is the show team. Again, I'm Dave Mon. I'm the show manager, and I think I could beat Mike Tyson in a fight. Lucy Ferguson, who's the show coordinator, she has 100% casualty rate while playing pickleball. And Paul Grazda, he makes the best souffle on this side of the Mississippi. So if you haven't had it yet, please make sure to ask him to make you some. Lucy, do you have anything else you want to add before we close this thing up?
Oh, I think everyone, if they've made it this far, they've heard enough of my voice for today.
All right, sounds good. Well, as always, feel free to reach out to us. We're excited to run this show. We're excited for the show. We've got a lot of good things happening, and we're excited to see you there.